All right, hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm sitting here with David Mincy, a member of my free Low Content Profits Facebook group, which you can check out by clicking on the link in the description below. And he's going to be giving us a really cool tutorial on the Procreate app. So David, thanks so much for joining us. Can you just give a very quick explanation of what the Procreate app is and what you're exactly going to be sharing with us today?
Okay, well, Procreate is an app for artists primarily, and for drawing, and it's an awesome app. And the price point is it's low for what you get from this app. It's a very robust app. You can create drawings, cartoons, any sort of thing you want to create on this app. It's great. I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah, it's available on the App Store, and right now it's for iPads. So if you have an iPad and you like to draw and create things, Procreate is the app for you.
Awesome. So what's this tutorial going to be about that you're about to share with us?
Tutorial is going to be about creating like patterns for coloring book pages. I know a lot of people in your group. I mean, it's all about KDP, creating content for books. I know there's some interest in coloring books, and I myself have found, I started out on KDP with no content, like journals and things like that. I did okay, not great, but I really saw a huge difference once I started doing low content, and just through trial and error, from practicing with Procreate, I started to create these pages, coloring, and I found success with that. So I wanted to share it with people and to show them how to use Procreate to. There's a specific feature in there called the Symmetry feature, and I wanted to show people how to use that to create pages.
Cool. So this is super exciting. I know there's a ton of interest in the group, especially around coloring books. I had a coloring book video that I did myself on how to create one from scratch and grab it. People were super interested in that, so I think people are going to absolutely love this tutorial. So thank you so much, and I'm going to flip the screen now, and we will get right into the tutorial. So thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's David, and today I'm going to be doing a short tutorial on using the Symmetry feature in Procreate. Procreate's an awesome app. It's a very robust drawing app that's available for the iPad. You can find it in the App Store by searching for Procreate. The app is $9.99. That's a one-time fee, and it is well worth the money. You can do so much with this app. I apologize for the quality in the beginning of the video, but I haven't quite figured out mastering how to record or a good way to record my iPad screen while you can actually see my hands. So it's a little bit shaky, but I just wanted to show a couple of points before I got into the screen share. So some of the features that I wanted to show you that I'll be using during the video so that you kind of know what's going on. You'll see the brush tab here at the top. That allows you to select any type of brush that you want. That's a smudge tool. The erase tool I may be using quite a bit also. You'll see that as well. The layers palette is crucial when you're doing these types of drawings, and I'll show you how to use that. And that's the color wheel. For these patterns, I'll just simply use black most of the time. Over here on the left side, you're going to see two slider bars. The top slider bar is to adjust the size of your brush, and the bottom slider bar is to adjust the opacity of your brush. The other thing that you're going to see me doing, quite a bit in the video, is you're going to see me zooming in and out. And the shortcut for that is you can use your fingers rather than using the menus, and you can twist and turn the the drawing. You can zoom in and out, and you'll see me doing that quite a bit as we go along. Okay, so as we get into this, I'm gonna load this as a screen share so you can watch what I'm doing. Some people have asked whether or not you absolutely need the pencil. You do not need the Apple Pencil. You can actually draw a lot with your fingers. The thing that you lose by not using the pencil is you got pressure sensitivity with the pencil, so your line weight can be thicker or thinner based on how hard you're pressing with your pencil. But you can certainly use a finger and actually create some really amazing stuff. So to answer that question, yes, you can use your finger if you do not have the Apple Pencil. I'm using the Apple iPad or the Apple iPad Pro, and this is the 9.7 inch. So let's get into this. I have my iPad open here. I'm going to open Procreate. It's already on my bar here at the bottom. And we're going to go to the gallery for just a moment. I want to show you just really quick. Anything you create is going to show up in your gallery as you create new documents. There's a lot of stuff you can do in here. I'm not going to get into all that because I don't want to make the video too long, because I'm primarily focusing on the symmetry feature here. So, but just to give you an idea, the owls here I created with symmetry. All of the patterns that you see, the flower patterns, the pages that I offered in the group, all of these were done with the symmetry feature. So let's jump right into this. What you do is you simply press the plus sign, and that's going to give you a menu that says New Canvas. And if we're going to be doing this for a coloring book, I normally start with 8.5 by 11 size. That's usually what I create. So I'm going to press that 8.5 by 11 at the bottom there. It opens up a new window. You've got your screen. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. I'm using my fingers just like I showed you in the beginning of the video. And I'm going to open up the layers palette here real quick just to show you. The background color defaults always to white, which is fine for right now. But you can create multiple layers. Layers are crucial when you're doing this type of work, and they really make it easy. I mean, the drawings look very, very complicated, but they're not really all that hard to create. So I'm going to be using the layers palette a lot. But to set your document up, you're going to need to go to the wrench icon on the top left corner. Press that. That gives you actions. You'll see a menu. We're going to go to Canvas and set the canvas up for symmetry. So when you go to that menu, press Drawing Guide. You're going to turn that on. Then you're going to go to Edit Drawing Guide. Now, the slider at the top changes the colors of your grid lines so that you can see them. You can turn them all the way off, or you can have them very light. I usually go down here and towards the blue color. I do like to be able to see my grid lines while I'm drawing. If you look at the bottom, just underneath the document here on the screen, you're going to see Symmetry. Press Symmetry. Assisted drawing should automatically turn on, and at the very bottom, you're going to see 4 icons. The first icon is horizontal division. You'll see the center line that divides the document into a left and right side. The second icon the first is vertical. The second is horizontal. You'll see where it divides the document into a top and a bottom section. Quadrant, we have 4 quadrants. And radial is going to give you diagonal lines in your quadrants also. I've used radial as well. It works pretty good. But for this tutorial today, we're going to be using the quadrant feature, where it divides it into 4 quadrants. So once you select your quadrant, then you click Done. Now you'll see I have the documents up with 2 lines, one across the center, and then one vertically up and down. So, and here's where the magic comes in. So I'm going to my brush palette. This is a brush that I downloaded from Tila Cunningham. We'll see if we can get her link in here. She's very helpful with Procreate, and these brushes were free. But I'm going to go to the default brush since that's what most people may have. We're going to, excuse me, we're going to go to inking, and we're going to choose the mono brush. Okay. For these types of drawings, I usually don't like to have any tapers or anything crazy like that going on. Certainly experiment. You could experiment with this and see if you find anything, any brushes that work better for you. But for me, with this, the mono brush works well. You'll have to excuse me if I pause sometimes during the video because I'm taking a drink of water. That's all, just while I'm talking. Another resource also that's great for Procreate is going to be BJ Dale's channel, and I'll see if Rachel can also link that in the description as well. He is awesome and provides a lot of helpful tips for Procreate and the iPad. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's take a look at my brush size. I'm going to start with, let's start with 10%, and let's see how thick our line is. You'll see as I draw, it creates the same thing in every quadrant. It duplicates it. So I'm going to erase that. And to erase it, you can either use the two arrows at the bottom, the top arrow that points to the left erases, or you can tap with two fingers on your screen. So I don't like that line weight. I'm going to bump it up to 20, and we're going to see how that happens. And here's another tip. As you're drawing, I'm going to draw a circle right here. If I hold the tip of my pen down till it snaps, it's going to say ellipse created. Okay? Now if I tap edit shape at the top, I can tap circle, and that's going to give me a perfect circle. As you can see right here. So that circle it's perfect. And that's a really cool thing that you can do. I'm gonna erase that. Now, when I create these patterns, it's really just a lot of experimentation. And no single pattern that I have done so far has turned out the same. So I really enjoy doing this. It's fun. It is a little time consuming, but if you want to create something nice, something unique, as far as like coloring book pages and things like that, you can really make yourself stand out. So let's go ahead and start. And again, I experimented a lot with different strokes. So I'm going to start right here in the center, and I'm going to draw out, and I'm going to hold. And you see, and if I keep the pencil tip down as I hold it, I can adjust the size. So I'm going to leave it, I'm going to zoom down a little and leave it about right there. I kind of like that. Okay. So now here's where earlier I talked about using layers really comes in handy. If I start drawing on this same layer where this drawing is, and also you'll see where it says assisted. That means that I'm using the drawing assist in the Symmetry. But if I start drawing on this layer and I need to erase lines that may overlap, it's very hard to do. So you'll see what I mean here in just a moment. But I'm going to open the layers palette, and I'm going to tap the plus sign. That's going to open another layer. But always remember here that you need to tap that layer. It gives you a menu on the left side, and you're going to tap Drawing Assist. And that's going to also make this layer an assisted layer, okay? So let's go back to drawing. Let's see what I want to do here. Again, a lot of this is experimentation. So I'm going to draw kind of a, I don't know, flower petal shape there. And let's do another one. And again, if you hold it down, you can adjust the size before you release the tip of your pen. And if I tap Edit Shape, you'll notice that I can move this shape around to where I want it. I can also tap on a point. I'm at the top point right now. I can move it up, down, left, right, whichever I want to do. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit so it looks very similar to the other one. And again, I don't worry about it being too perfect because to me, being unique is just that, it's unique. So, okay, yeah, that's all on that layer. Let's draw one more petal type shape. And I'm going to click Edit Shape here. I'm going to adjust it, make it a little bit wider. That looks pretty good. Now here is where I was talking about the layers coming in handy. So I'm going to go to that layer. I'm going to make sure I'm on the one where I just drew. Now I'm going to go to my eraser tool. Okay. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to erase these lines. But see what happens? I'm not erasing any of the original layer 1 lines. So this makes it very easy to erase it, clean it up, and you only need to do one quadrant. You'll see that I've erased in one quadrant, and if I zoom out, it erased it in all quadrants. Okay. Okay, so now that we have all of those petals on that layer, we'll stay on that layer. We'll go to our drawing pen, and I'm going to draw and hold so that I get my perfect ellipse shape. I'm going to edit it, move it over just a little. Okay, looks good. Hold, edit. Awesome. Hold, edit. And I'm just again grabbing the little blue dot and moving it to adjust it. Okay, looks good to me. And again, I like how that looks so far. So what we're going to do now, just to cut down on the number of layers we have, that I'm going to tap layer 2 so that it brings the menu up, and I'm going to tap merge down. And when I do that, that's going to combine the layers. So all of this is on one layer now. Create another layer, tap that layer, drawing assist. Now let's move on to our next phase of drawing here. Let's see what we want to do. No, don't like that. Let's go with, let's start here. No. I apologize, but again, this is experimentation. Okay, I like that. So I drew the line, drag and hold, brought it up so that it intersects. Also, instead of doing the erase, you can come down, you can click Edit Shape, grab your dot, move it up so that it intersects the line. That way you don't have to do any crazy erasing. I'll bounce back and forth between both. And I'm going to go ahead and tap layer 2, merge down on that, create another layer, tap layer 2 again, drawing assist. Okay. What are we going to do now? Let's see. I don't like that. Let's see. No, I don't like that either. Start towards the center and move out. Hold. Yeah, not crazy about that either. All right, let's see. Let's start here about the center of that petal, and let's move out to the second petal. And for this, I'm going to use the erase tool just for sake of speed, rather than try to line those lines up. Okay, looks pretty cool. Back to our brush. Again, I'm going to go to the erase tool. Whoops. That's where I messed up again. All right. Okay, let's merge that down. Back to layer 2, drawing assist. And let's go with this. I'm going to go to the erase. We're going to erase this bit here, this bit there. Okay, and that gives us that. I'd like to fill in this space right here, so I'm going to start here. Go back to my brush, start here, and just kind of create something there to fill in the gap. Again, erase, excuse me. Now we're going to merge layer 2 down, merge down. We're going to create another layer, and we're going to go back to drawing assist. And back to our brush. Now you can start outside of your canvas. You'll see right here I'm starting outside of the canvas and just drawing an arc and holding. It creates a perfect curve. Again, same thing. And again, same thing there. Again. Now I'm going to edit shape here and bring that line down just a little bit, make an adjustment. And I'm going to continue to draw these lines until I reach the center. Edit shape, bring that down. Okay. And right now the drawing looks really busy, but going to the erase tool, and again all you have to do is make your erase in one quadrant, and it's going to erase in all of the quadrants for you. That's what's beautiful about the Symmetry tool, especially when you're creating patterns like this. Okay. So you see it's starting to come together. We're getting a really cool looking pattern here that would be great for coloring. Back to my brush tool, I'm going to draw 3 more lines there just to fill in that space. Let's erase those and see how, yeah, I like that. So we filled in that space, that gap. And let's fill in the gap up here. Tell you what, let's up here, we're going to do something different. Let's go to the layer palette. We're going to merge that down. We're going to create a new layer. Tap the layer, drawing assist. And I'm going to come up here and with the brush tool, draw into the center. And again, I'm just holding the brush down till it snaps, or holding the tip of the pen down, excuse me, until it snaps. And draw those lines in, and again, erase. Okay, that's filled in. Now we're going to merge that down, create a new layer, drawing assist, and when you're doing these types of patterns, it's up to you how you want to create things and make this your own. So what I'm going to do on this layer, go back to my brush, I'm going to draw an arc and hold, and I'm going to do a series of arcs here on this portion of the pattern. Go to my erase tool. As I was saying earlier, also the owl drawings that you saw in the beginning in my gallery, I have created using the Symmetry tool also. Very, very easy to do. Let's merge that down. We're going to create the layer again, back to drawing assist. And what are we going to do now? Let's see. Let's create a few horizontal lines across the center of these petals. Like so. And again, I'm drawing the line and I'm holding the pen down so that it snaps and makes a perfectly straight line. To the erase tool. Erase. All right. Just tap layer 2. Let's merge that down. Create a layer again. Let's go back to drawing assist. And there we go. The rest of this video is going to be in time lapse because I want to speed this up. I don't want to drag it out for too long. As you watch the time lapse, you're going to see me just add a few more lines and some ellipses to the pattern. And you're also going to see me use a brush called a dot brush. And that dot brush is a brush that I downloaded from Tila Cunningham. And it's a free brush. It's part of a free brush pack that she offers. It's a really cool pack. Has a lot of brushes in it. And you're also going to see me just add a splash of black color in there just to make it different. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm not great at making videos, but if it was too fast, please let me know. If you'd like to see more content like this, let me know that as well. If you'd like to see how to create the owls or anything different, then certainly let me know. And I appreciate being able to share this with everyone, and hopefully those of you who already use Procreate might have gotten something out of this. You may have already known about the Symmetry tool. And anyone who is thinking about Procreate, hopefully you will be able to use it. Thanks.
All right, there you have it. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you found that useful. If you did find it useful and you want to get notified every time I put out one of these videos, which is every Monday, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell below. For more low content publishing tips, you can visit my blog over at rachelharrisonson.com, and you can get a copy of my free guide, 3 Steps to Publishing Your First Low Content Book in Less Than a Day, by clicking on the link in the description below. Also in the description below, I've left a couple of links that David has offered up to us. They are links to additional YouTube channels that offer further tutorials on the Procreate app, so definitely check those out. And that's everything. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!